Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on our $1 Million Challenge, so please stay tuned. In the previous video, we did a stock update on ticker symbol MMAT, and I also carried out a due diligence and stock analysis of SPRT. support.com, so please refer back to the previous video for that. I am going to be following up on both of those stocks today. However, before we do that, quick update on our $1 Million Challenge. If anybody is interested in joining this challenge, if you have a look at the screen, quick update on the journey. The journey is from $1,000 to $1 million over a period of 3 years using 201 trades at an average return of 3.5% using compound return investing. So it's not 201 consecutive trades, it's 201 trades with an average return. So we do include losses. In the Discord community, we have a spreadsheet of over 50 to 60 stocks covering more of the safer stocks required for the challenge. So we avoid many of the high risk penny stocks, we avoid many of the clean energy and many of the China based stocks. Because it's based on low risk investing. So in the Discord community of over 200 right now, we have people working together in the challenge, providing due diligence, technical analysis, chart analysis, sharing of trading tips and buys. So please just join us on the journey. Further details in the description below, and that is for our $1 Million Challenge. So we're going to start today's stock analysis by having an update on ticker symbol MMAT, Metamaterials. So if we have a look at the chart for the previous 5 days based at time of editing, we can see very good news here. The stock is up in excess of 26%, and at time of editing it was close to $3.72. So fantastic news. The stock is showing more green days. It is starting to show a little bit of its promise. So let's have a look at some of the catalysts and the potential good news for this stock that has been trending recently. First thing I'd like to share is a tweet from George. So we can see here first part of his tweet of 3 August 24th. He stated the recent German interest in Metamaterials has come from BASF, so great news there. Then he's followed this up by another potential positive catalyst. The recent German interest in Metamaterials has now come from Deutsche Telekom. So that's not the end of it. There is a third part to the tweet, so let's have a look at that. And this time he's now said recent German interest in Metamaterials has come from Xiaomi. So great news here. So in terms of Metamaterials, the catalysts are certainly going to be coming more and more in the long term. Very, very confident of that. The next update I'd like to share with you is from Fintel. So on the screen here, we can see that for Metamaterials, the short squeeze score has gone up. It's currently 70.90 at time of editing, and it's also ranked at 940 out of 9,178. So the ranking is quite high. So the short squeeze score is up, so it indicates that certainly the shorts haven't given up on this stock. And in terms of short interest, we're currently looking at in excess of 90 million shares. The short interest ratio is 1.84 days to cover, and the short interest float is 10.97. So certainly looking primed for a good position right now. What I would now like to do is provide an update in terms of some upcoming catalysts for Metamaterials. So on the screen here you can see first of all, number 1, in October the nanotech acquisition that was announced recently is expected to be completed. November, Metamaterials will be taking part in an AWE event, and there's certainly a possibility of some more catalysts and announcements to be made then. And the big one that all investors, especially retail investors, are now waiting for is December 31st or before announcement of the dividend. So I will be following up with a potential calculation of the dividend in an upcoming video, so please stay tuned for that. Number 4, the new factory is expected to be completed in the 4th quarter of 2021, possibly by the end of the 1st quarter 2022. So that will certainly lead to a good spike in the share price. And finally, number 5, any contract public relations that are released are certainly also going to lead to positive momentum for the stock. So in terms of the future, in terms of the long term, definitely looking bright for Metamaterials. Before we start today's second stock update, ticker symbol SPRT, I'd like to just give a reminder in terms of the previous video. I did carry out a due diligence and stock analysis of this stock, so please refer back to the previous video. This is a stock that was also featured in the Discord community by one of the members, and many of the Discord community members did actually manage to invest in this stock around the $8 mark, making a tremendous profit. So quick shout out also here to James Friedman, member of the Discord community, and he said here, I only found out about SPRT because I am a member of the Discord, got in at $8.20. So we saw yesterday it was up in excess of 20%. Today it was also up quite considerably, and I think at one point it was touching $14. So good news here. So if anybody would like to have details of the Discord community, details in the description below. The next thing I'd like to share with you is a report here from Fintel. So what we can see here is Morgan Stanley did make a significant investment in ticker symbol SPRT in excess of 88,000 shares. So this was recorded on the 23rd of August. So we can certainly see that Morgan Stanley have taken advantage of the growth in the share price, and it certainly looks like this could potentially continue. The next thing I'd just like to remind everybody in terms of the previous video, one of the things that I did mention that this is one of the most heavily shorted stocks on the NASDAQ. So if we have a look at the screen here, we just have a very small float in terms of 9 million shares, and then we're looking at short interest of 75%. So huge factor here contributing to a potential squeeze. Let's now follow that up by looking at some of the key hedge fund holdings. So we can see number one, Dorset Management have in excess of 1.3 million shares. Number two, Renaissance Technology just in excess of 766,000 shares. Number three, Ardsley Partners just in excess of 432,000 shares. And number four, Citadel Investment Group in excess of 379,000 shares. So huge short interest here from the hedge fund holdings, so prime target here for a squeeze. And finally, just a reminder in terms of ticker symbol SPRT, covered in the previous video, but a reminder for everybody who is new to the stock, there is also a merger expected to be taking place around about September 2021, so in the very short term. This is going to be with Greenridge, and this is a company which is a non-carbon emitting Bitcoin mining power plant. So certainly good news, and it's also good news in terms of potential for the stock long term. In the previous video, I also looked at due diligence with regard to the balance sheet and the business fundamentals. So please refer back to that for more detailed stock analysis of support.com. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.